Yo, what's going on? Good evening. Welcome to another episode of the Night Audit with your host, Chaz Barnes. If it's your first time being here, please give yourself a hand clap. If it's your second, third, fourth, fifth time, sixth time, also, please give yourself a hand clap. Yeah. 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 This is the first time. Listen, what Jay-Z has a line in one of his songs. I'm opening the monologue like this. And it's the song is already home on the Blueprint 3 album. I bumped the hell out of this song when I was coming out of high school and a little bit of my early 20s. Now I played it randomly throughout of the years, but he has his second verse, and this is very specific because there might be some people that's watching this for the first time. They might say, "Oh my God, Chaz, I ain't know you was doing this. I ain't know you were coming to this." Listen, Jay-Z said it best. He said that the stuff that you're witnessing is the ish that I've been on. What you witnessing is what I've been on. I'm just slowly building my plane and flying it as I go. Okay. I need to let people know that. So we're trying to organically build things here. All right. We ain't trying to it's a slow burn. It's a slow burn. It's a slow burn. This is a slow moving aircraft that we own. We building our big Boeing 747. Yeah. How y'all doing, man? I had to work out tonight. Yep. Yep. Had to work out. Had a good workout. Yeah. Shout out to the new supporters. We trying to organically grow. People like, man, I learned some things. Don't I looked at some videos over the weekend and it was so funny. Like I was doing my prayer and it was like, hey, it was a video about like, hey, like quietly share YouTube, keep your YouTube channel, all that secret, right? Keep it from away from friends and family because it's so eager. And it had me to think about when I did music and how like you do it for other people or you just like everybody just, hey man, you just so eager to put it out there, right? But it's just like you need the reason why, and I will share it one day. But shout out to Matt Parr. His name is Matt Parr. He's launched a lot of successful YouTube channels. So he's helping like small YouTubers and whatnot, to come up. And I thought about it. I was like, because there's a feature on YouTube where you can share like unlisted, private, and public, right? And if you can share it with people, anyone who has a link, or you can make it private where you don't want to affect the algorithm in a sense. So the video goes out, the short goes out, and you're sharing it with other people. Um, you can kind of mess with the goal for us content creators and whatnot is to drop content, just to keep pushing content, keep trying to get 1% better and better, 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 right? And then over time, if you share with a family or friend that is that the content you're doing is catered towards them, then great. In the early on stages, because it can throw the algorithm off, because there's a thing called click through rate. It's a thing called click through rate. That's a percentage. Like how long somebody click onto a video, how long people stay on the video. I be checking the analytics. So I'm numbers watching right now only just to see the feedback. After a while, it's like, hey, okay, all right, we're doing well. Like I might check them maybe like once at the end of the week or at the end of the month, whatnot. But over time, I slowly back away from it. So I was thinking about that. I said, because a lot of things can get ruined before they ever like take off, you know. So you want to let the algorithm does its thing, pushing it to an audience, like test marking it. And so the video that I was referring to is very informative. I was like, oh, now again, it's not that you can't share, like, cause I have social media, but I'm trying to keep this quiet. You know what I'm saying? This is not something I just want. Now, you all like organically, people that don't know me to come along and, build my following that way. Cause friends and family, they will support it. I mean, they'll just do it out of kindness, but do they really truly support what you do? They really believe in what you do. They have to, cause a lot of people say, oh, I believe people just, I don't want your people just support. I don't want your blind. I don't. It's endearing to have blind supporters. I'm pretty sure that's why I would have blind supporters. But I don't want you just support because from a numbers algorithm trying to build something. And this is my baby. The Night Audit. This is my baby. This is where when we look back on things, we like, man, Chaz was on to something. And I said, hey, listen, I remember, I told you this channel is we going places with this channel. This channel is going to evolve. So it made me think about that. So I was watching a couple of like do's and don'ts, how to's, because I'm learning. And also I changed I was working on the like the way I record now. Like I use StreamYards now. I'm test piloting StreamYards. A lot of people use StreamYards. So for this video, with the screen sharing and the split screens, and for like reaction videos, even for my show, but not even for live streaming after a while, I want to get comfortable using StreamYard. So yeah, that's a little nuggets behind the scenes. So like I probably, if I do share with, I have to be very, very specific with them. I say, hey, listen, do not subscribe to it yet. Cause I need true, like at least give me time. Like I would share maybe a video here or there. You might give me a critique, you say, hey, okay. Because if I have like for example, I don't have Instagram. And even with me working, whatever and all that, if people discover me, that's just if you discover me, just stumble upon me, great. But I want to keep it low detection as possible and just slowly build it over here because I'm mainly just gonna be over here at YouTube, whatnot. I might post something here and there. Like I have X, I might get a Twitter, not Twitter, sorry, TikTok, just throw more traffic to this channel, whatnot. That's the whole idea. So just trying to, I will get to that because this episode is going to be a really good one. Okay. Anyway, enough of all of the boring technical talk. So we're gonna get right to it. So I stumbled upon something. We're gonna do a thing called quick hits. We're gonna hit you with something right quick. So, all right, let's see what we got here. We're gonna nope. We're going to share my screen now. We're gonna go to X right quick. We're gonna share. Now, you might say, Chaz, why you laughing? If we had the audit, see, it's a night audit. We listen. All right, so this is a bit of a quick hit right quick. Oh man, hold on. I don't know if y'all seen have y'all seen this man? Have y'all seen this man? Hold on. Have y'all seen this man? Yeah. 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 I think it's Myron Mitchell of DeKalb County arrested on DUI and failure to obey traffic laws. You know what else is not obeying right now? Look at that. Look at that. Ladies. Show queen. Show king. Listen. Somebody's giving it up. Okay. Somebody's giving it up. Ain't no way. 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 He need to go find his barber. Okay. His barber need to be arrested. How do you got half your face shaved off? How? How? Big dog. And it's blonde. Listen, there's only one person I know currently that their hair color maybe with a chin at maybe a little bit darker. They like a little dark orange brown looking, but they a female. This guy, somebody listen, there's a woman that's giving him the box right now. And that's oh man, listen. Listen. I listen, I would have to go away for the summer. If I'm looking like this, I know people listen. I know the hair extensions and you know what I mean? Like you got to keep it together, whatnot. But man, my guy, I can't trust you. And he got a Pepsi shirt on. So you not only get arrested for DUI and failing traffic laws, but you got a Pepsi shirt on and they let you listen, man. They should have and man, somebody says in the comments, say, is this mofo look like a 2% werewolf or something? Listen, man. Chia. I'm about to say, Chaz, oh, Chaz, you wrong. No, he's wrong. Okay. He's breaking all the, listen, he disobeyed traffic laws and he was on DUI. Okay. And listen, men, get it together. Okay. Get you that Manscaped, right? Might need to get you that T. Hanley. Okay. I mean, like, half, like, one side is blow dry. Oh man, so yeah, man, he needs yeah, he needs to need do something about all that. Anyway, I thought y'all get a little laugh out of that. Let's get him out. Listen, let's go ahead and retire Mr. Mitchell. Mr. Mitchell, we're gonna retire you. Woo! All right. Shout out to Mr. Mitchell. I told you, listen. You don't know what you're gonna get over here in Night Audit. You don't know what you're gonna get over here in Night Audit. All right. Now, there was somebody else on X. You might say, Chad, somebody else on X? Nah, I mean, it was actually let me see if I can, let me stop sharing my screen on that one. Let me see. Stop sharing screen. Oh, y'all see it. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Okay. All right. So I'm not gonna share. It was a post that somebody made, right? And nah, it wasn't about Mr. Mitchell. Mr. Mitchell, he's oblivious right now. He is oblivious right now. And I did bookmark it. I did bookmark some stuff. All right, let's go down here. All right. So we're going to talk about friends, coworkers are not your friends. Okay. And I feel like this is not going to be the last time we're going to talk about this. Okay. I'm going to be general. I'm going to be specific, but not too specific. And I'm not going to say any names here. But her name, I hope I got this right. Her, at least the tag name says, I think is Mohi Diva 01 says, I don't care what anyone says. Be careful what you say at work. Someone is always listening. They're always listening. Okay. And she also said something else. If I can find her, let me see if I can find her other quick post right quick. If y'all bear with me for a second here. It was something she said on Friday. I sent it to someone too, and they laughed. I said, yep. Let's see. Let's a couple now, man. Let's see. You know what? Let me check my let me check me. Let me check me. You know what I'm saying? Let me check my likes, right? Yeah, your likes are private. Only you can see them. Dang. Why my likes are private? Oh man, the professor you told you said you told you the puffballs the puffball girls Power puffball girls, he passed away. All right. All right. Y'all, hold on. Let me see. We getting to it. We getting there. We getting there. We getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Almost. All right. Oh, no, that's not it. Dang. Almost. Almost. She cooked up, man. She dropped the truth bomb on y'all. Man, she dropped the truth bomb, man. She be dropping some truth bombs on her every now and then. Every now and again, I if somebody got something, oh, here it is. Yes. So she sent something back on May 15th. She says, coworkers hate a quiet person that minds their business. And you know what? I told people where I worked at, I said, you mind the business that pay you. Okay. Put me back on the screen. You mind the business that pay you. Okay. That's rule number one. Rule number one, protect the bag. Rule number two, protect the bag. Rule number three, protect the bag. Rule number one, don't fumble the bag. Rule number two, don't fumble the bag. Rule number three, Don't fumble the bag. Don't fumble it. Don't fumble it. Okay? Don't fumble it. Now, people like to overshare things. I learned two things. There's two things I learned. People either lonely outside of work, even if they are with somebody or in between somebody, I don't know. They up is down is up. You can tell if they ain't really got it going on. If they all up on you at work, they ain't got it really going on like that. It ain't popping like that. It ain't popping like they think it is. And even whatever they post online, 97% of it is fake. It ain't real. Anyway, people mistake friendly friends. Now, I'm not saying, because I'm gonna pull up this next video. I'm gonna go to, matter of fact, let me pull something else up. While we talking here. But they're not like, listen, we all have come to it's rare exceptions that people you can meet friends often. You can have real genuine friends outside of work. Nowadays, for me, and I told someone who no longer works where I work at, and if they more likely probably watch this video or not, and I keep it G, and I have them. Listen, got them on the speed dial. When they took a certain position, okay, because the people they worked close around, it was like they'll do things, whatever, and all that. And she's a she. She asked, she said, "Hey, are you going to this thing?" And I said, "I'm probably not." She said, "I said, I'll go if you go." And like I said, another thing I would say, people who they're either lonely, not saying, but I'm saying they also might be just scared because just again, it's a little different to go out with your coworkers because you coming back in and whatnot. But anyway, it was a very genuine conversation and whatnot. I'm just trying to generalize it as much as I can. And I told her, think about this. The thing I mentioned to her, because I have people who work in other departments and whatnot. They don't work directly around me. The ones that work in different departments, they're way far away from me. I'm far away from them. We got better bandwidth. I said, there's better bandwidth. And even like they're not there no more, there's even greater bandwidth whatnot. Because I'm private. I don't move. I don't want everybody to know every move I make, whatnot. Keep work, personal life separate. And even here, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm over here trying to make money. Okay. If I'm gonna be in your space, I consider it a privilege. You're gonna be in my space, I consider it a privilege. Okay. If you adding value, okay, you adding some value at somewhere. Because again, the last thing you do is you're around me and we ain't getting no money. Okay. We ain't no value. Ain't not having a good time. But I said, like, there need to be better bandwidth. Because if you deal with somebody every single day, whatever, and all that, and if you gotta, like, if you deal with people, if you start getting close to people that you work with or whatnot, I'm not saying that you can't talk about like general things, like guys, we might talk about sports and movies or surface level things, but people don't always keep it surface level. They don't. They don't. They be having the wildest conversations, and I've mistakenly been a part of it. And I had to dial it back, dial it back, dial it back. I'm me regardless. Now I know you say here I'm talkative. I do talk, okay, but again, stop. Like I'm not. I'm like the post said. I'm not going to. I don't want to be in the drama. Like if we rock out, if you rock outside of work, okay, listen, all right, we rock outside of work. I hate people that always say, well, I'm me, I'm a little different outside of work. I don't trust it. My spirit, listen, the spirit in me be like, nah, 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 nah. They be like, trust me, bro, trust me. Nah, nah. You got a reputation. We're gonna let that hang there for a second. You got a reputation. But again, I'm sorry if I can find a video so I can better illustrate my point. So I'm just over here, so I won't be just rambling here. History. Here we go. But yeah, so again, I try to keep I keep it general as much as I can. I keep it general. I shouldn't know anything. People come to work. they run off about their boyfriend stuff or their man stuff. Like your coworkers not listen, your coworkers not your friends, they're not your therapist, they not your personal assistant. Okay. Coworkers are coworkers, they're not your friends, they're not your family. Family's family, friends are friends. Okay. Now, there are people now, and I will expound on this. There are office romance that take place. Now, I would say use some discretion with that. If you proceed with caution with that. Okay, proceed with caution. So I stumbled upon a video from this guy. His name is. His name is. I don't want to. I don't want. His name is Paragon John. I'm gonna share my screen with you all. Shout out to Paragon John. All right, hold on. Let me cause it's gonna be a little bit long. We're gonna listen, we're gonna mine this out. I'm gonna share my screen with you all. Share screen. Yes. All right. This guy here, man. We're gonna add him up here. Bop. There we go. This guy right here, man. Listen, he was spitting some gems. So we're gonna let him cook up here. His name is Paragon John. He says, coworkers are not your friends or family.
Boys and girls, you're tuned in again to another Paragon John video. Thank you guys for stopping by. You could have clicked any video anywhere on these interwebs, but you, on your own free will, chose to click this one right here. So if you end up getting triggered by this video, if this video makes you mad, if it makes you want to leave a hate comment, anything like that, there's no one else to blame but yourself because you chose to click the video. So, guys, in this video, I want to talk about coworkers and jobs, okay? And specifically, I want to talk about the idea that coworkers are not your friends, okay? Coworkers are not your friends, guys, okay? Even if you may be friendly with some of them at the workplace, some of them may be friendly with you. There may be a certain level of camaraderie that you have with some of your coworkers while you're on the job. Sure, that might be the case, absolutely. And I think that's good. But one thing that you have to understand is that the people that you are working with at your 9-to-5 job, if you happen to work one, guys, these people are not your friends, okay? They may be friendly with you. You may be friendly with them, okay? And I'm not saying that there may not be some people at, some of these workplaces that you might meet and they might be really good people and stuff like that. Sure, that might be the case. But you have to understand with a 9-to-5, guys, it's a situational thing. You are there to earn a paycheck.
You are trading your time for money and resources. Okay. I know a lot of us, we got businesses, we try to promote it. Listen, hey, keep that shit separate. Okay. Keep it separate because you got to know a lot. Like I've worked enough jobs now where for my very first job at UPS to where I work at now, my first job at UPS, there's only one person, two for sure, but one that I really we keep in contact with one another. When I worked at Goodwill, there's nobody at Goodwill that I keep in contact with. Okay. Now maybe it was a period of time when I was at my last job, but even at my last job, there may be one, there's one or two people, three for sure, but that's, why I out of all of them, because it's what I call working relationships. Now, like he said, if you meet them, they seem, because everybody seems to be cool. Everybody's cool until they're not cool. So I don't care about all this cool stuff. You don't pass the smell test. You don't pass the eye test. And if my spirit is disturbed, okay, you don't even pass the spirit test. So that means you got a stench on you. Anyway, let me make my man John cook up here.
So you can pay your bills, so you can survive. Okay. Your coworkers are there for
Good
that
shit.
exact same reason. Okay. And so the
Cooking
point
up.
is, we don't get to choose our coworkers. Okay. These are people that are a lot of the times in the same situation as yourself and are working this job for a temporary period of time so they can sustain their existence. Okay. Now, I'm not going to say that some individuals that you meet in these places you might not can be friends ish with, okay, on in that situational temporary time period while you're on the clock, while you're on the job. You might can be, but guys, again, just because you're friendly with someone does not mean that you are friends with that person, guys. Okay. When I think of a friend, I think of someone who has my back, someone who has my best interest at heart, someone who I can relate to on a personal level, someone who I choose to spend free time with and they choose to spend their free time.
I be having people that be like, "Hey man, you can talk to me about whatever it is you talk about. You can talk to me about whatever, however." No, I can't. Listen, I have enough male companionship. If I got to vent, get some stuff off, number one, talk to God, and God provision those people to be in my life. I have that. I don't need no, and I mean, I have female friends as well. There's a few of them, and because listen, that's a small, gotta be a small list of them. So I don't need any more of. And I'm not saying that as I go along, the circle gets tighter because it does. But I'm not. I'm not because people be like, "Hey man, we need to go out to a football game. We need to go out to a game. We need to do this." I'm like, "No, we don't." Now if we out in public and we run into each other and we piece it up, we dap it up. Okay, okay, because that has happened before. But allow you in my personal space, my personal circle, nah. But anyway, I'm gonna let my man cook up here.
And with me, someone who you have almost a bond with on a personal level. Coworkers are not that, guys. Okay. One thing you should know about coworkers is that a lot of these people will throw you under the bus in a heartbeat as long as it benefits them. Okay. The workplace is kind of a dog eat dog situation. Most people are just doing what they can do to survive while they are in the workplace, however, they need to do that. As soon as you either leave that job, get fired from that job, resign from the role, or move on to a different place or whatever, as soon as you leave, that is the same moment that you never hear from any of your coworkers ever again. Okay. And you likely will never reach out to them ever again. So it's everything is temporary in the workplace, and coworkers are temporary as well. As soon as one of them leaves, you'll never hear from them again. If you leave, you'll never hear from any of those people ever again, guys. That's just the truth. Okay. Coworkers do not care about you on a personal level as a person. They just don't. It's all situational. Everything is everyone is there to make money. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that you may not work a job that you like. Okay. I happen to work a job that I like, that's in my field, that I went to school for, that I enjoy and I find fun. Okay. And a lot of the people that I happen to work with are pretty good people, who share similar interests to me and are friendly with me and things like that. And are not out to get me, and a lot of you guys are in a similar situation like that. And that's a good situation to be in. However, I understand, and you should understand that, again, these people are just your coworkers. Okay. As soon as you leave the job for the day, it's not like you're talking with these people. It's not like they're talking to you.
Listen, he's right. He's cooking. He's cooking up. I There was a specific situation that it was on my weekend day. Matter of fact, it was on my like after hours, whatnot. Guy calls me and just rants about work. And I'm like, okay. Now we sit in the parking lot, everybody ready to leave, okay, and that's been a lot of that. That has happened before. But you're calling me even on the weekend. you're calling me about work. So much so that they did they was with somebody else, they Instagram live someone and they sat up for like hours. I'm like, no, no, no. Do you have a life? Do you have something? You need to find something to do. You need some hobbies. You need some friends. That's evident. You might say, well, Chaz might be your friend. I ain't listen, man. The barrier of entry to be my friend, it's a little bit higher. Okay. It ain't low. Like some of y'all barrier to entry is low. Some of y'all just like feed me, buy me some drinks or whatnot. No, the barrier to entry, listen, the barrier to entry is a little bit higher over here than listen, go. If you want that, go down the street for that. Go get that over there. Man, I ain't supplying it over here. Anyway, that doesn't mean we ain't gonna have rock out, have a good time. But if you want all that other stuff, listen, I'm gonna offer you up something that you can't get anywhere else. Okay. But anyway, but I was just like, yo, no. So
They just go on with their day and they hang out with their people and you hang out with your people and you just kind of live your life and they live their life. As soon as you get fired from that job or leave that job or whatever the case may be, that's the second that you stop associating with those people, largely forever. You know what I mean? You're never going to see those people again. They're never going to see you again, very likely. And that's been my experience. And another thing that I'll add is that whether you realize it or not, guys, there are individuals at your workplace that you work around that actually have negative, bad intentions toward you. Sometimes these people hate you so much because they're jealous of you. There's a lot of jealousy in workplaces, guys. If you're someone who excels at your job in any way, if you're someone who is competent, you're someone who's intelligent, you're someone who's smart, you're someone who performs well, you're someone who is a people person, you're someone who is comfortable in your own skin, you're a person who, you know, may have good social skills, things like that. Whatever the case may be, if you excel in some way in the workplace, I promise you, a lot of the coworkers or a good amount of them around you are going to resent you for that and actually want to destroy you, okay, because it benefits them, right? A lot of people in the workplace have a mentality where it's like, okay, this person is a threat, that person is a threat, this person here is a threat to me, so I'm going to do everything in my power to neutralize that threat any way I can so I can get ahead. There are people in your workplace who have that sort of mindset, who you really cannot trust, who you really need to be aware of which individuals those are. That way you can strategically, kind of interact with them and not trust them. That way you can protect yourself, guys, because I promise you, this has been my experience in certain workplaces, guys, where I've worked them and there were individuals who were acting all nice and shit to my face. You know what I mean? Like they're my friend and stuff like this. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, they're actively trying to destroy me. They're actively trying to get me fired. They're actively jealous of me. They're actively recruiting other people to go against me. You know what I mean? Because they were jealous in some way. They were threatened by me or whatever.
this is what I like to add as well. Listen, first of all, because it happens or whatnot. Everybody involved need to respect the job that you do, respect the people that you're around. Okay, respect the mission, understand the mission. A lot of people forget a lot of us miss the plot. They forget the plot and they just start acting with their own rogue intentions. Okay. You can't be, you got to pick a struggle. You can't be Grumpy McGee and you got a bad attitude. You got to pick a struggle. You got to lean into it. I know people always say, well, I don't trust. Listen, everybody needs to have respect for one another. Okay. Whatever the qualities that they're lacking in, they got their knives. Listen, you got to lean in a little bit more, be nicer. I know you might say that Chaz don't work. Listen, it's only a matter of time. It's not a matter if, it's when. We are in the what is, not in the what if. We in the what is. We gonna get there. We gonna get there. But everybody needs to respect the workplace, respect the job, respect it. Excuse me. Okay. Because even I've been in those situations where people, talk about other people, right? I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. There's always two sides of the story. But like, y'all got to respect the clientele the client base that we have. right? It's a massive operation. If they are able to like pull back the veil and see the work, like the people that do the work that's delivering them the services, products, and they kind of see the attitudes, they probably take the business elsewhere. They take the business elsewhere. Just thought.
And you just got to be aware of that, guys. Listen, if you're anything like me, I promise you, there are people at your workplace who are threatened by you. Okay. They are threatened by you and your potential and your talent or whatever it is that you're good at, who, may not have good intentions towards you. So I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm not saying this to make you paranoid or anything like that. I'm just saying this because it is the truth. There are people like that in the workplace who you need to be aware of that are around you. Okay. And so
Be situational aware.
that's why I say, guys, that coworkers are not your friends. Okay. Even if you think they are, a lot of the people who are acting friends and shit like that in the workplace are faking it because they're very threatened by the people around them and shit like that. They're very insecure. There's a lot of insecurity in the workplace, guys. So if you're a confident person, whatever, just be aware that there are people who oftentimes want to destroy you. Okay. Just understand that the people that we are forced to be around at these jobs are not people that we chose to be around. And so a lot of times there are people in your workplace that don't like you very much, that are not a big fan of you. And on the flip side, there are people that you are not big fans of at your job and that you may not necessarily like, but you have to go along to get along, right? You have to maintain a friendly facade, and on the surface, like you like everybody and everybody's friends and shit like this. A lot of times that's a facade because people are just trying to keep the peace at their workplace, right? They don't necessarily want to get involved with big drama or get into conflict with people and shit like that to where you may lose your position and stuff. A lot of people just want to go along to get along in the workplace. And so what they do is they put on a facade of, oh, I'm friends with everybody. I'm just friends with everybody. Meanwhile, as soon as that person leaves the room, they're talking shit immediately. So again, guys, the people that are your coworkers who you are in the workplace with, guys, are not your friends. They're just not. Okay. Even if you're a person who thinks that you are friends with your coworkers or your coworkers are friends with you, I think you are mistaken. Okay. You are mistaken. I promise you guys, not everyone at your workplace likes you. Not everyone is your friend. A lot of these people will throw you under the bus in a second if they're in a situation that they need to benefit from. They don't have they don't have your back, guys. Coworkers don't have your back. They're in the same situation as you. They're there to get money. They're there to go home. They're there to get out, right? And so, and again, I'll just say, I've had experiences where I've worked at particular places where there were maybe an individual or two individuals or a couple individuals who maybe I thought were cool people, and we got along to a certain degree and we were friendly to one another and we had a certain level of understanding and kinship, I guess, friendship, not really, but to a certain degree. But again, even those people you can't completely trust because they could be putting up a facade. You never know their true intentions towards you, shit like that. And again,
mind it out.
It's all situational. It's just temporary. You're not really there to make friends. You're there to do a job. Okay. I make this video just to say that don't necessarily trust everybody at your workplace. Okay. Again, there may be some individuals that you trust to a certain degree. There may be some individuals that are good people that you can have a friendly kind of disposition with, and you can have a certain level of camaraderie with, sure. But again, as soon as you leave the workplace, that's over. You know what I mean? As soon as you leave the workplace, that's over. As soon as you get fired, as soon as you quit, as soon as you resign, that's all over, and you'll never hear from these people again. So that's the truth, guys. Coworkers are not your friends. Don't trust people at the workplace, at least not everybody. And, just understand that it's situational. You're there for a paycheck. You're there to get your money. You're there to get out. You're there to do your job, and you're there to keep the peace while you're there. And that's it, guys. That's it. So coworkers are not your friends. Thank you guys for listening. My name is John. If you guys enjoy this sort of content, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you guys think? Do you guys think coworkers are your friends? Do you guys think I'm right, coworkers are not your friends? It's been your experience with coworkers, guys. Let me know. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching.
And there you have it. Make sure y'all hit a like. for the algorithm, and you let me know what your thoughts are as well. But like it's sad but true. It's like, cause like I said, it's high school. You got to get back to presentation layer. Like even down to like if you even down the office rope, it's a putrid dish. Cause I'm not, people meet again, like not saying you're gonna be oblivious to not making friends or whatever and all that, but people just have a tendency to overshare things and they get too comfortable. I'm me regardless. Like I'm more talkative now than I'm at work. Like when certain people are not at work, it's so funny how certain people are not at work, people just quiet as a church mouse. People at work, oh yeah, I'm doing this, I'm and it was like, well, I really don't care. I mean, this is not my real life. That it is. I understand that, but you're letting that stuff, I don't just. We have to do a better job policing the drama around us. Okay. So yeah, man, and also, man, let me hit y'all with some. I mean, like again, like just come to work and do your job. Go home. That's it. Everybody ain't cool. I don't know how we put a label on everybody. Everybody's cool. He cool. She cool. No, not. You don't know them, and they don't know you. I don't want to hear about your bender you had over the weekend, or you just had last night. Nobody want to hear about that. People be all up in my face, some relationship stuff. Man, shut the fuck up. You're not busy enough. When I be saying that, I'm not saying about Chaz. People can't talk anymore. I'm not saying you can't talk. It's what you talk about is overshare. Like you not busy enough. And I'm not talking about dollar per hour, what you get, man. I'm talking about your actual. You not busy enough. Go do some work. You're not busy enough. What could you possibly have not said that you didn't talk about 18 hours ago with the same person? Because a lot of them got social media, they share stuff, whatever, and all that. So you having the same damn conversation over there. Shut up. Do your job. Like, stop trying to be friend. Stop trying to be friendly with everybody. Oh yeah, she cool. Yeah, no. You don't know who they are. Set your ass up. That's why I proceed with caution. I'd use discretion. I've been in. Again, and I probably do another. I probably have to do a separate video about that, a separate episode. But even workplace romance, it's not uncommon if you can keep it discreet and not be a distraction or whatnot. Yeah, but you going around this person, yeah. Eventually, hey man, listen, bro, you fucking it up for everybody. Now, if you really truly believe y'all got something going, hey, again, if you find me attractive or you find, hey, just play it cool. Hey, Joe. I mean, we at work. Hey, that's why I say bandwidth. Go stay busy. Okay. I'm busy. You stay busy. Okay. Just I can stay busy. Okay, so I don't know. I mean, like again, be careful. Be careful. Everybody be up on everybody's house and be all up on this, be all up on that. No. They even want to do a podcast. I was just thought about it. I was just like, nah, because if we have a falling out, there's a conflict. We say something on a live screen, it gets personal, gets heated. Guess what? We got to come back to work and see one another. No. The people that have better bandwidth is we can handle it offline or go have a conversation about it or whatnot, get to an understanding and go from there. But I'm going to say I got some few more talking this, and let's see. I wrote some stuff down. Get y'all the standard operating procedure. You know what I mean? Get y'all the standard operating procedure here. You know what I'm saying? Let me give y'all 3 rules. I'm gonna give y'all 3 rules here, okay? 3 rules that you gotta govern yourself by. Listen, rule number 1. This is the standard operating procedures for your workplace. I mean, most of us got 9 to 5s. Or even if it's outside of work, 5 to 9s. Listen, that's a standard operating procedure for that as well. Except nobody ain't gonna put you on a PIP. You know, they over here, they put you on the PIP. Rule number 1, your desk is a free trade zone. You trade time, you trade your labor, trade labor for money, or in this case, time for money. Okay. Not trauma for friendships. Okay. I say it again. Not trauma for friendship. A lot of y'all be conflating it. Y'all conflate the two things. Oh, my friend. No. Rule number 2. If you wouldn't invite them to a cookout with your actual family, they aren't your family. Now, some of them, they got invited to the cookout. Yeah, you know, and I'm like, listen, if it's company sanctioned or whatnot, you know, it's a different conversation. Rule number 3, protect your inventory, which is your time and your energy for the people who matter outside of your 9 to 5, 7:30 to 4:30. Okay. I tell you this much. We are in the trenches for 8 hours, 10 hours, whatnot. But over here at the Night Audit, okay, unless you helping me to pay down this debt snowball, this debt I have, or you spotting me on a 30-minute power block at the gym, we aren't family. We're just people who happen to apply for the same LinkedIn posting, okay? All right? Need y'all to understand that. Am I, you know, let's see what else I wrote down. What else I have for y'all before I get you up out of here. You know, I know y'all probably watching the game. Y'all probably like, oh my God. I got an episode uploading tonight. Stay tuned to that. Oh, no. Let's see. Oh yeah, I mean, you know, protect your personal boundaries, man. Protect your personal boundaries. Protect your personal boundaries. Just know that a pro tip I can give you as we all hit to a road to zero. When people think of their coworkers as family, they tend to overextend themselves, staying late, taking on extra work, or get involved in office drama, which drains the battery. And I'm saying you can't work overtime. You need for your actual goals. Okay. And just find your tribe, man. Find your tribe. So one, you know, we just trying to get philosophy here. We ain't trying to just rant. All right. We're trying to get y'all some gems here, right? Some nuggets to follow. All right. Be careful of the pizza party, okay? Be careful of that. 3. Okay, here's one more. Here's okay. There's an alcohol and ambiguity trap. You know, people go out happy hours. You know, be like, you know, hey man, here, come on to the bar, whatever, and all that. Listen, that's a risk. People start acting like they're actually family, sharing too much perspective, or getting too comfortable. The standard you got to maintain, peeps and ladies, is that you got to know that just because your boss or your leader is in a Hawaiian shirt doesn't mean the hierarchy disappears. So the ones that be like, oh, you know, hey man, he's cool. He said, nah, you gotta remember the hierarchy still exists. Okay. One wrong comment. Have y'all seen that Jamie Foxx episode when he got hired at Jingles 2000? He said what? Hire your ass, fire your ass. Remember that. Remember that. Okay. Hire your ass, fire your ass. Okay. And you know, man, listen, avoid clicks as much as possible. I ain't with the go along, get along game. Now, I mean, I'm not saying that I can't, you know, maneuver whatnot, but I'm not with I don't really want to be with the go along, get along game like that. And that's all I got. You know what I mean? That's all I have. That's my standard operating procedure for y'all, man. Like, listen. I'm sorry. One more. I'm sorry for outings. Okay. Listen, I would say if you're gonna go to an outing, a company outing, stay there for like between 60 to 90 minutes and get up out of there. That's the sweet spot. If you stay any longer, you're setting yourself up for failure, right? And zero disclosure. Keep comments to like sports, movies, general stuff, man. Like, you know, like you start bringing up, man, my boyfriend, this and my girl, man, I listen, it has happened. And what I learned is, okay, what I learned and understand is that women Not all that, and this doesn't apply to all of them, but it seems like women want to be niggas. I know I said that word, yep. And men want to be hoes. It seems like men want to be hoes, and niggas, women, you listen. Up is down, down is up. But over here at the Night Audit, we try to like flip it upside down. We try to make up is up, down is down. Okay, we got places to go. We got people to see. Okay, we ain't got time for all the dusty dusties. We got to minimize this as much as possible, right? And also, you got to have a designated driver mindset. So if you aren't driving, stay sober in your professional boundaries. And for that, peeps, this concludes this episode of the Night Audit. I will see you all again tomorrow. And if you find this informative, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. How do you deal with your coworkers? How do you put up the boundaries or whatnot? You know, what are some of your coworker stories and stuff like that? I will try to come up with a question, but that's my question to you all. Until the next time, be good, be safe.